some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. But for now, the service beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud. Can't touch down.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in. You know, we're always here with the United news daily. You know, I'm coming on live, and then on top of that, we do the 10-minute update by the time it gets to about 9-10 o'clock. So we'll be here, man. We will be there. We will be there. Trust me. So we're going to get into it, man. As you can see, man, love United, hate Ratcliffe. This is ringing around. Ratcliffe came out last night with some mad quotes. For those that don't know, some racism. Man's talking about colonizing and Britain's full of colonizing and just stupidness that he didn't have to do. And he came out with that yesterday and everyone's gone mad about it, etc. They're talking about his team. This guy lives in Monaco to avoid paying taxes. So obviously he's apologized today now, as you can see from here. Mike Keegan came out and Manchester United's just come out just now and obviously put up a, what's it called? Statement, as they always do. You know, when they come and they do that club statement, you know something serious. That's when most people get sacked or something. But obviously today it was about Jim Ratcliffe. That was the main thing that's going on. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you a lot about that and then we'll get into the rest of the news. But we need to clear that one up straight away because it's just come out as well, the club statement, as you can see, 27 minutes ago. Manchester United prides itself on being an inclusive and welcoming club. We will continue to represent our people, our city, our fans with purpose and pride. And obviously, when you click onto it, there's more to be said, which we're going to get into in a second. And then here we go. Pride itself as being an inclusive and welcoming club. Our diverse group of players, staff, and global communities of supporters reflect the history and the heritage of Manchester, a city that anyone can call home. Since launching All Red, All Equal in 2016, we have embedded equality, diversity and inclusion into everything we do. We remain deeply committed to the principles and spirit of that campaign. They are reflected in our policies, but also in our culture and are reinforced by our holding of the Premier League's advanced equality, diversity. You know how mad that is that you're putting a statement out because of your owner saying something. The owner of our club has to say something and we're putting a statement out because of that. Imagine that. How mad that is. Like it's like a man going to work, you run the business, you've gone out there, you gossiped about something, and then now the business is putting a statement out on your behalf, but not on your behalf, just as the statements. It's crazy. This guy's a muppet. We need to get rid of him as soon as possible. This looked like it could have been a little way out to get rid of him, but he's come out, he's apologized. He'll probably get put under the carpet soon, but he's just an idiot, bro. And this is how he really feels anyway. And as you can see, like he's got all of these players playing for him. The man dodges taxes in the UK. He's gone to Monaco. Joke thing. But let's get into it. Forget all that anyway. We're going to get into it. And we're going to talk about a lot of the Man United news. Things that we can't even change nothing anyway. But you know what I'm trying to say. Things that we actually care about that can actually affect us. Because this geezer's an idiot. There's no point even spending any more time with him. So obviously the boy Ben Jacobs has come out. Big up Ben Jacobs. Sometimes he's over says stuff. So I don't rate him sometimes. But sometimes he gives us a little update. And then we understand what's going on. So obviously Ben Jacobs just came out today and he's gone on the United stand and he spoke about certain things, etc. And then we'll get into it. Obviously Tuchel's come out and got a new contract. That's why you see double blow on the thing. So look at this now. Let me start here because there's Nagelsmann talks, there's De Zerbi talks. So we'll start off here where it says in some circles, De Zerbi has moved to second favourite behind Michael Carrick for the United job. He has admirers at Old Trafford, but his exit from Marseille showed he's far from low-key. Listen, De Zerbi was a good manager. His stocks were high when he was at Brighton. The football that they were playing. Remember, Graham Potter had them playing a little tick-a-tack football. Every time I went Old Trafford and watched them play us, they always beat us. And then De Zerbi come and stepped it up. They started playing some mad football. They was having more shots, more everything. His stocks were high then. He's gone to Marseille. He started off okay, and then he just does what he does. And it's the same thing with Brighton. Brighton, he kind of fell out, you might as well say, with him as well, where he ended up leaving. But Marseille, same thing. They've dropped it out. They've lost 5-0 to PSG, lost 3-0 to Copenhagen, lost 3-0 to Liverpool. Anyone that comes with a little bit of they're on this thing, he can't handle it, bruv. That's what I've realized about the Zerbi. When you're playing the Prem teams with a Marseille, he's not handling it. When he's playing the Copenhagens and all of these he's not handling it. But when he's playing these idiot teams in France, these Nantes and Lens and all of that, he's winning all the time. So I don't know, man. I feel like the Zerbi's a man, he might just end up falling out. That's the thing. He might come true, do a good job for a minute. He's something different. We're playing some patterns and then he falls out with someone. He's just that type of guy. So I don't know. Obviously, Tuchel was definitely the number one, but apparently he's second in command anyway. So let's move on. Don't worry. We'll get into it a bit more. There's loads of reports to go through. Don't watch nothing. Nagelsmann, look at that. This is Tyrone talking about this. Tyrone Marshall. I think that's his name. Tyrone? Yeah, Tyrone Marshall. He's okay. He's good. Manchester Evening News. He's all right. And he says Nagelsmann is another who features highly and he has a good relationship with Christopher Vivell, whose power base is growing. But Nagelsmann posted the same problems as Tuchel as he's in charge for the Germany at World Cup. So basically the same thing as Tuchel is that Tuchel, obviously, he's just signed a new contract anyway. So there's no point even getting into him too much. But if he didn't sign a new contract, we would have had to wait for him to finish the World Cup first. And then we can talk to him about if he wants to come or not. And you got to remember, the World Cup, depending on how far you go, and you got a plan for someone to go the furthest they can possibly go, right? Especially a team like England. You've got a plan for them to go as further as they can go. So if you look at this is the World Cup outline, yeah? It starts on the 29th of June and the finals on the 19th of July. So everyone's at pre-season. 19th of July, that's pre-season times. Most people are at pre-season by then. So this is why it's like, oh, you might get your manager, by the time he's come in, he can't even really train the team up. Some people only need a few sessions, remember that. But some people, you give them a full pre-season, they get to see who's what, and then by August, all right, I don't need him, I want him, etc. But Nagelsmann's a tricky one, man. Could he extend? Could he do the same thing that Tuchel just done and just extend, etc.? And Nagelsmann as well, I swear he was playing a three at the back at one stage. I remember hearing some stuff about, I remember seeing some stuff about he had Kai Havertz at left back. So I don't know about Nagelsmann, bro. I don't know if he obviously Vivell want to get him in. I think Nagelsmann's a good manager, but this three at the back thing, everyone's seen how crazy and worldwide it went for Ruben Amorim. That I don't think we go next to anyone that does three at the back. But I don't know. Like I said, I've got to check on Nagelsmann to see. But 19th of July is when we would have to wait because you can't have talks with them whilst they're on the World Cup because their mind has to focus on whatever they're doing. You can't have talks with them before they go to the World Cup because it'll be Man United. Same thing that's going on with Belieber. Man United rattled his mind. And if Germany crash out early, everyone's going to blame it on us. You can only have talks with him after. So unless he gets knocked out at the group stages or the round of 16, which is what? Oh shit, this is the round of 16. So the World Cup even starts even before that. I've gone mad. World Cup starts on the 11th of June, as you can see here. 11th of June. What I just showed you, the round of 16 starts on the 29th of June. So let's just say they got knocked out in the first game of the then we can probably go and talk to him, but he might be vexed. He might be angry. He might just, I need a week or two, but we just lost to a shit team. Who knows? So it's a weird one. But let me see what Tuchel's Nagelsmann's been up to with his formation, etc. Because like I said, I just can't see no one coming to do that three at the back at Man United after what's happened already. So this is how he's been playing. Oh, he's been playing a 4, yeah? That's calm. And Nagelsmann's he's a tactician anyway, where he can switch it up. I know my man anyway. But I just look at everyone and I look at where did they get the success from? How were they playing with their success? Glasner won the FA Cup and the Community Shield with a back 3. You're not going to sign him to play a back 4. Tuchel, same thing I saw with him, but you can see Tuchel switches it up. So it's not too bad. He's winning 6-0. Is that Slovenia or Slovakia? Slovenia, that's the one that Thing plays for, isn't it? Sesko. So yeah, he's not too bad. He can switch it up, man. So that's another option, man. And obviously Vivell, you know he's got strong weight right now. All these little signings he's getting in. Look at that. Look at that one now. 4-2-3-1. So yeah, that's the position that we play now. 4-2-3-1. And this is what Nagelsmann's playing. So I can see him being up there. With Tuchel gone now, I can see him being up there. But then again, you got to remember as well, they keep putting that stuff out about Premier League proven. They want a Premier League proven manager. If they go with a Premier League proven manager, and Nagelsmann's not in that, then I don't know, bro. I don't have no faith in none of these Premier League proven ones no more, bro. All these Iriolas and De Zerbis and that, I don't have no faith in them. But let's move on anyway. We'll get back into it. Don't watch nothing. So that's Nagelsmann anyway. He's close with Christopher Vivell, so something could come from it, but we'll see. Nothing for now, we'll see. Let's get into some Ben Jacobs quotes now. So Ben Jacobs gone on the United stand, and this is what he's saying about Sir Jim's comments, this idiot. Man United, I'm told, were largely blindsided by the entire thing, but it shows you when you have somebody as rich and as powerful as Sir Jim that has got loads of different influences in different sectors, and you add that to a club like Manchester United, which naturally extends and just transcends beyond just football and as a club and a brand. Everything that comes out Sir Jim Ratcliffe's mouth is going to be scrutinised. This can directly impact a football club if he's not talking about the football topic, or even if Manchester United not aware or in control. No one even knew what he said. Man United didn't even know. And they're having to put out statements because this guy is an idiot. He just, every time he comes out and says something, he's always just doing himself. He's an idiot. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes up. But yeah, like it's saying anyway, like it's controversial. He's obviously apologized. He's offered an apology. But bro, you should really quit or something. You should say, you know what, this is mad. Every time I'm doing something, we understand your decisions. You're trying to make Man United better, etc. Or whatever you're trying to do, we get it. If you're doing that, but when you're coming out and saying mad stuff that contradicts what you're saying, it gives no one faith whatsoever. And there's loads of people that didn't have faith in you anyway, which is crazy. So that's what he said about that anyway. And then we move on from that. We speak about Thomas Tuchel. Obviously, Thomas Tuchel's obviously come out today and signed a new contract. So it's looking a bit dark. He was definitely the top target. I'll tell you that for free. He was 1,000,000% the top target. They tried to go for him last time. He said no because he wasn't ready. Something about his daughters or something. So here it is. This is what Ben Jacobs saying. He's saying whether Thomas Tuchel's new contract rules him out of the Man United job. Yeah, barring any surprises. Obviously, if England go to the next World Cup, don't win a game, lose them each 10-0, and therefore underperform like any manager, new contracts are not so binding that they can't be surprises. So basically trying to say, unless he fucks up the World Cup properly, let's just say he don't even get out of the group stage. England, I think they got an easy group. Let's just say you don't even get out of the group stage. That's when it's like, yo, let's get this guy out of here. You need to bounce. But then again, are we even going to want him? Do you know what I'm saying? We might turn around by then and say, yo, it's a myth. So it is what it is. As of now, Man United haven't contacted anyone about the permanent job in the summer, as internal discussions are still ongoing, partly to understand whether Michael Carrick will be in this process or run the process while Carrick tries to qualify for Champions League football. As we get into potentially late February, the club hope to turn those internal discussions into external. So the talks are talking. Everyone's talking right now. They're trying little things, but they haven't hit no managers yet. So it's just like, okay, these are the guys we're going to end up going for. But like I said, when you got people that are going to the World Cup, the last thing anyone wants to see is any noise before it. It's a major tournament. Someone like Nagelsmann, if we get an agreement with him and it leaks to the media and he goes and does shit in Germany, bro, they're going to slater him. And I swear he's German as well, Nagelsmann. Exactly. So it's like they're all slater him madly. Oh, your mind wasn't even there. You was at Man United. You didn't care about us. You prioritized the Man United. Because remember, if he joins us and then he goes to the World Cup, loses, and then a week later or 2 weeks later, he's at Carrington with the guys or wherever he is pre-season, they're going to say, bro, you didn't care about us. So nothing can come out before. So it's like they're external now. What are we going to be doing? Talking to managers like Iriola or something, Marco Silva and these guys that are leaving their job soon on a free, Glasner. That's the only thing I can think of. It doesn't really make sense. But then again, you still got to do your job, your due diligence. You've got to ask around, talk to agents, etc. But we know the situation with Carrick. Carrick, he's not in line to be a world-class manager. He's not in line for the job. But obviously, if he carries on doing what he's doing, unbeaten, we get Champions League comfortably as well. Let's just say we get it and we're like 5-6 points clear of fifth. Remember, top 5 will get you Champions League as well. So let's say we finish third, but we're 5-6 points clear of fifth. I think he keeps the job. They won't unsettle it. It wouldn't make any sense. And remember, that was his first game against a low block, a proper low block. It was a bit challenging, but we still didn't lose. Good on Sesko, he brought it back for us. So if he carries on and he learns from them type of stuff, I think he'll give everyone a bit more confidence as well. So that's the situation of that. So we'll move on from that anyway. This is some talks about the Zerbi now. So look at this now. So obviously he was always going to leave Marseille. He was going to quit about 2-3 weeks ago. Remember, Copenhagen beat them 3-0, and then Benfica scored that last-minute goal that knocked out Marseille in the Champions League, and he was ready to leave. There was all these talks, he's ready to leave. They had cleared the air talks, and then he stayed. He said, "I'm going to stay to the end." So it was weird. He seems like he's a hothead, like he's just going off emotion. This is some Amarin stuff. 1 minute he's going to leave, then he's not, and like, he's just saying mad stuff. But anyways, this is what he goes on to say. He was always going to leave Marseille. The only surprise was that De Zerbi actually resigned. So he said, "Nah, I don't want no money from you lot. Don't give me no payouts. I'm going to resign." And that was January, and Marseille said, "No, we want to keep you." And De Zerbi said, "Okay." And then heading into February, see, that was what I was talking about just now. He resigned last month after the Champions League. And then they just said, "Nah, man, we want you to stay." Then he went into February. It looked like De Zerbi had basically resigned himself to seeing out the season and then hopefully in his eyes returning to the Premier League in the summer. Then they go and lose 5-0 to PSG and it blows up again. And I think De Zerbi went back to his original position. "I'm out of it." He said, "I'm out of it. Forget about this. I can't be bothered for this." So he wanted to resign. They kept him in. Said, "Bruv, just chill, man. Wait till the summer." He said, "All right, cool, no problem." So maybe it's a situation where he doesn't rate the squad. He's trying in his head. "I'm trying and I can't get the best out of them." Every time we're playing a competitive team in the Champions League, we're getting smacked up. Every time. He's played, they played Liverpool, they lost 3-0. They played Copenhagen, they lost 3-0. They played, what other team did they play and they lost? Look, this is what they got up to. Look, PSG smashed them 5-0. Club Brugge, not even Copenhagen. Club Brugge 3-0. Marseille 3-0. Where's the other team that I was thinking about? I saw it yesterday. Sporting 2-1. Do you know what I'm saying? Atlanta 1-0. So he's like, this team's not ready. There's no point. He's trying to quit and get out of there. Then they've said, "Just stay. Wait till the summer," and then boom. He's like, "You know what? I'll do it." Then they've lost 5-0. He just said, "I'm out of here. I can't be bothered. Yeah, I'm not going to deal with this. This is some unnecessary stress." So clearly that's what's happened. But that might be on him as well. He's got to take a bit of blame, but that's why you got to give it to him, because he resigned. He didn't sit there and ask for money. He didn't go in a press conference and try and get himself sacked. He just said, I'm out of it. And then it says he's in Manchester United's thinking as well, but they would have to convince him that he's the right fit for their model or change their model a little bit, because Roberto De Zerbi, much more so than Tuchel, wants a significant say in the world of recruitment. Bro, if he wants a say in recruitment, then he's a myth. But this is some Eric Ten Hag shit. If you look at the guys he was recruiting over there, he wanted Prison FC. He got Greenwood in over there from us. Højbjerg, who is trash. He got him from Tottenham. Who else did he get over there? He got a few players that wasn't the most familiar players that were going through stuff. Whoever's going through some sort of madness, you can come over here. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he was on all of that. So I don't know, man. Even with recruitment, I don't think we work like that anymore. Anyway, we recruit for the. It's like Real Madrid. They recruit all these Mbappes and these Endricks. They don't care who the manager is. They're gonna get all the guys in. You make it work. Simple as that. You don't have a say. Yeah, you might come and you be able to say, would you play him or not? But we can see someone. We're gonna go for them regardless and give you all these options. We do the recruiting, and that's what we're trying to do. You're the head coach. Just coach, brother. De Zerbi, I like him, bro. Especially when he was doing all that Brighton stuff, and Brighton always beat us. They were slapping us every minute. I was De Zerbi's biggest fan. When Eric Ten Hag was getting sacked, when he won the FA Cup final, we all thought he was going to get sacked. And then he never. I was going, let's get De Zerbi, come on. And then obviously we didn't get him in the end. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. Obviously, he's a man that falls out of a lot of man as well. He's a bit like a Tuchel. So is it going to work long term? I just don't know. I don't know, man. He's got a little temper in him. He seems more like a better fit for Tottenham, to be honest with you. When I actually look at it, maybe for Tottenham, and it seems like Tottenham are going for him. I'm going to show you the article about Tottenham in a minute. He seems like he's more prioritizing over there anyway. So let me speak about the other ones, because remember, there's all these talks that came out that we want a manager that is Premier League proven, that understands the Prem, because we know that's the biggest league. So we've done this Ruben Amorim thing. He was the flavour of the month. We've done the Eric Ten Hag thing. He was the flavour of the month. We could go out there and get Nagelsmann, and then same thing. His tactics worked in Germany and worked in Leipzig and all these places, but it don't work in the Prem. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Same thing it could be. So a lot of the people that we were linked with are Tuchel, Ancelotti, world-class managers that they put in that category. Tuchel, Ancelotti, that was the only two, and they're both in the World Cup. And then obviously, Ben Jacob just come out and spoke about this. Pochettino has also been linked. He's been linked with us about 3 times, and we've always decided to go against him for some reason. He's also been linked with a return to Tottenham as well. Nagelsmann, I'm not so sure at the moment that there's much developing with Oliver Glasner. Like I said to you, that back 3 stuff, I don't even think Oliver Glasner will come, because we've already seen how it's gone so mad for the it's gone so crazy for the journalists. All they were talking about was the system. So just imagine we get Oliver Glasner after we were unbeaten in what, 5 games, whatever it is. 5 games unbeaten. As soon as we've dropped it back to our back 4 with Carrick, of course, you think we're going to go out there and get a back 3 manager now? Come on, man. I know Glasner can change and all of that, but bro, your success came as a back 3. So Glasner, I think he's out the picture. And remember, he tried to spaz out in a press conference, the same as Ruben Amorim. So that's probably giving us PTSD. This guy's going to get fed up, try spaz out again. It's long. So yeah, Marco Silva and Iriola, of course, they're going to be available because obviously their contracts are both going to be up in the summer. Iriola leaves Bournemouth for free. Fulham, Marco Silva leaves for free. So that's why he's saying limited costs during the summer, depending on what happens with Silva's new contract, Iriola's new contract, if they get one. But yeah, so if I had to pick this list, obviously I'll probably go Nagelsmann, because he just, from everything man's heard about him and what man's seen, is a tactician. I've never I don't think he's won anything mad or anything like that to gas him up, but I would personally just take the chance with him. Second, if I had to just pick the rest out of the second, I'll go with Iriola. I like Iriola's football. I think Bournemouth, they actually play good football, and they're kind of unlucky a lot of times. It is a bit high tempo, where they've always got to be running up and down, etc. Bare running, bare Mason Mount football going on. But I like watching Bournemouth, bro. Even when they lose sometimes, they'll have loads of shots. You know what I'm trying to say? Especially at their home ground as well. Just bare running. I like Iriola's football. Marco Silva's okay. Poch, man, ain't seen too much of him recently to know what's going on. I remember he joined America and then got knocked out of a tournament or something over there. Everyone was onto him. But yeah, if it was up to me, that's where I would go. I'll go bam, 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 bam. Just like that. That 4, like that. Start with him, down, down, down. That's it. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Hopefully we go for someone like Nagelsmann, if it is this 4 anyway. Knowing that my man's plugged in with him, Christopher Ravel. Amorim pushed for a left back, and Carrick won't have a firm, valued opinion if the system changes. It will be unknown to see exactly the interest. There aren't any concrete fullback targets yet. Left wing over fullback is at the focus at this stage. So right now it's left winger, and everyone's come out and said that. Fabrizio Romano, Ornstein, they've all the main ones, Nathan Salt, they've all said left winger. And obviously, you know the targets already. One's on the thumbnail. We're going to get into it. Don't worry. If Maguire stays, the club may focus on a left wing that can play left back. If Maguire stays, then we might just go for the left wing. If Maguire goes, then we might get a left-sided centre-back. Remember, we're linked to Murillo and all these guys. On the right-hand side, they need to think about the future and whether they need a younger player there. So that's Dallo, Mazzarari. They're both getting a bit older. Remember, Mazzarari can play in different positions as well. So he's more of a guy, just whenever we're ready, we can just throw him on. And Dallo ain't been too bad, to be honest with you. So yeah, left centre-back, left back. We could always play Dorgu there, and he can play as a left winger as well. But it's obviously better to go and get a proper left winger. You know what I'm saying? Like a Ndiaye Mande or Ndiaye, etc. And that's what it seems like we're going for. But Maguire, I think we keep him for 1 more year. But right now, it looks like he might even have a hamstring injury. If he does get an injury, what it seems like he might have, then it gets a bit tricky where it's like, no, we don't want to give this guy another deal, and then he's just sitting down collecting money and he's injured. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's good to see that it's being said again. The left winger, we're trying to strengthen there, the midfielders, etc. Boom, 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 boom. So look at that. Look, speaking of Maguire, another bomber's just come true. Speaking of Maguire, look at that. Bam. Man United are close to agreeing a new contract with Harry Maguire, who has accepted a significant pay cut to stay. He didn't want talks with any other club before speaking with Man United, as he wanted to stay at the club. So Maguire, obviously, his contract runs out in summer, in June, and there was talks about him willing to take a 90k pay cut. He's on 190. He gets 190 a week, and there was talks that he will take 110. So big up Maguire for that, man. It looks like he's close to agreeing it, and he's took a pay cut. He's going to be obviously 33 by the time he gets to June. Look, he would have been a free agent. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with that. I'll be real. I wanted Maguire to stay because Casemiro's leaving. Keep Maguire at least for one more year. You can't get rid of all your senior players in one window. That is wrong. And that's something Sir Jim would do because he's an idiot. So keep Maguire for one more year or 2 years. Give him 1 year plus one deal. And then after next year, remember, this year now, we don't have to worry about a CB. We've got enough. Heaven, Yoro, Lissandro. Who else is there? Maguire. Shaw could play as a left centre-back. You know what I'm saying? We've got options galore. De Ligt still got to come back. Come on, what are we doing here? So we don't have to worry about a centre-back. So now we can go out there and go, all right, cool. Let's spend big on these midfielders. If Ugarte goes, we get another midfielder. Left winger, we're going to go there and deal with that as well. So that could be 250 just alone. Them three. If we go big, I was saying we'll go big. Belieber, Anderson's, Yandy and Mande and Ndiaye's. That could be a 250 alone. Just two midfielders and a left wing. And then if Xerxes goes for like a 25, replace Xerxes with another striker. If Ugarte goes, replace him. We don't need to worry about the defense too much. And then next year, that's the year they want to win the league, right? They want to win the league by 2028. So after this summer that comes up, obviously the next one, that's when you can go out there and get your, all right, Harry, thanks for your service, brother. Go and get a centre-back. Go and get another left-back, right-back. Because remember, if you get a left winger, we've got Dorgu that can play left-back, and so does Luke Shaw. And we still got the Harry Amaz. We still got Mazarawi that can fill in on that position. Dallo can still play left-back. So we've got positions that are covered. Right-back, you still got Mazarawi. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not too bad. But the offensive side, we need to have a lot of depth, especially if we're playing Champions League, 3 games a week, 2 games a week. You see what happened. Maguire's played his first 2 games back-to-back in the space of a week. Remember, we've been playing 1 game a week. We played on Sunday, Tottenham, Saturday 12 o'clock, and then we played on Tuesday and he got injured. 3 days, he said, nah, I can't handle this. So this is why we need more players. This is what's going on. But big up Maguire. If that is true, I'm guessing it is. It's from Pete. He's come out. Dean Jones Soccer. He's saying that he took a pay cut. Like I said, there was talks about him taking out 90K, dropping 90K off his wages. So he's probably gone and done that. A significant pay cut would only mean that. So big him up for that, man. You can only respect it still. So big up Maguire for that one. I'm going to get these comments in a minute, my peoples, man. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new. I'll get these comments in a sec. Let's get into the rest of the news. I want to run through them, then I'll get these comments. And then we got this now. Look at this. This is the left-hand side and the right-hand side. This is a couple of the right-backs we looked at. And obviously, over the summer, the club really liked Grimaldo. Grimaldo's a good left-back. He's more like a left wing-back. He plays for Bayer Leverkusen and he's cold. He scores free kicks. He's on a different thing. No approach was made. Llorente's obviously a midfielder, but he's been playing right back for Atletico Madrid and he's been playing very well, but they want him back in his normal position. And then obviously we looked at Munoz, who plays for Palace. But I think this goes without saying. Why is Ben Jacobs telling us this now when we know they're all wing-backs, basically? Munoz is a wing-back for Crystal Palace. That's his position. He's a wing-back. He knows how to run up and down. I don't think we will go out there and sign him as a right-back, though. Remember, I'm not wing-back and right-back. You can still do the same job and still be good at it, etc. But we saw the significant difference, all of us. Dorgu was a left wing-back. He's been turned into a left winger. He's in a different team. Dallo was a right wing-back. He was terrible. He's turned into a normal right-back. He's on a different team. Everyone's changing. They're changing this. So it's something different because you're running up and down, your engine, probably your stamina, things that's going on. You're covering a lot of ground. Maybe it impacts your behavior because, come on, man, we've seen it. We've seen it day and light. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Even Ahmad. Ahmad was better at right wing back. Now he's like a right winger and he's kind of, you know what I'm saying? We're not getting the best out of him as much anymore. So I think these names were obviously here last summer. So why are you telling us about it now? We know we're not going to go for them again. We're not going to go for Muniz, and we're not going to go for Grimaldo. Grimaldo isn't even of age, but maybe he would have made sense if we still had Amrin here. We're going to play a back three, but he's 30 years old. We're not going to do that, and we don't need the wing backs anymore. So that just goes without saying. But that's what he said anyway about left back and right back, and so that's all he said. let's get into the rest of the news anyway. There's no point spending too much time on an old rumor. What's the point of him telling us that? And then we talk about the United strand, this geezer that wants to cut his hair. He started up the little challenge, etc. And this is what he's ended up saying about it. He said, I can promise you, Manchester United couldn't care less whether he gets a haircut or not. They don't care. Yeah, Man United would happily take 4 wins in a row for eternity and draw 1. I doubt that. I'm sure we'll rather win every game, but I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to say we don't care, basically. Man United don't care. Like there was nothing going to happen with Man United straight after. He wasn't going to get called up to Man United and then they was going to do a promo together, him getting a trim on teeth. No, it's nothing to them. And it kind of puts pressure on them. But what I would say about him is, when we did draw with West Ham, I did get a bit angry at him because it's like, bruv, everyone keeps talking about this and we're getting bantered by Augsburg. There's a team out there called Augsburg, bro, in Germany, Augsburg, and they're talking about us with this guy and his haircut. And I'm like, are we being serious here? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, is this what's going on? Like, Augsburg are bantering us. So this is just, it's just made so much people come out of their show and give them an opportunity to banter us. But when you look at the bigger picture, I think my man just done it as a joke. And then it's just turned out to be something mad. You know what I'm saying? You can't really blame him. That's how I look at it. You can't really blame him. It's annoying the way it's getting used against us everywhere. So it is annoying, but you can't really pull it on him. And because we drew to West Ham, man can't turn around and say, yeah, it's him. Like, I get it. It's going to be frustrating. But look, this is what I was talking about. Look at this. You had one job. You know what to do. Augsburg, bro. Never heard of this team in my life. This is what's going on. You get what I'm trying to say to you? Like, it's crazy, but it is where it is anyway. But this is what I'm trying to say. Like, it gave ammunition to a lot of people that didn't have anything to now be bantering us. So it is a bit annoying, but I'm not going to put blame on my man. You get it? Because he just started a little calm challenge. He probably didn't think it was going to go too mad. And I saw that he raised money for charity as well. So big him up. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to do that. He could have capitalized of it. He could have became content. He could have been doing what man's doing. Changed his whole life and said, this is what I'm going to do now. I've got all the clout, everything. But he's giving the money to charity as well. So big him up, man. Big him up. I'm not going to take it as serious as I was before. First, I was onto him. So yeah, so that's the thing about the United strand. Man United are not interested. They don't care. They're saying, bro, we don't care about that. It's nothing to do with us. Obviously, you saw Wayne Rooney came out and he said what he said as well. He doesn't care about it as well. Let's get into the boy Ndiaye now. And then I'm going to get these comments straight after, bro. We'll get into the boy Ndiaye. Obviously, you lot have seen what's come out. Everyone's come out and said the same things about left winger. We're going to go for it, etc. And the same guy that just came out just now and said Harry Maguire has took a significant pay cut, Dean Jones Soccer, came out and he said this about the boy Ndiaye. Manchester United are among front runners in the race to sign Ndiaye from Everton. Sources indicate they view Ndiaye as a prime candidate to replace Marcus Rashford for next season, who is expected to leave permanently this summer. Obviously, Marcus Rashford is 30 million or bust. We've told them, bro, see all of this trying to bargain with us. We know they call you lot broke owner, but we're not on what you lot are on. Just give us our money and you can stay there. Hansi Flick's already said he wants to keep him. We made a deal with them. Yo, you got a buy option for 30 million. We've started putting out our report saying, yo, we're happy with him staying. So we've got no left winger. You got to remember, we lost 3 left wingers in one window. Rashford, Sancho, and Garnacho. They're all left wingers. So we lost 3 of our left wingers in one window. We haven't replaced them. People are sitting there, we got Dorgu and Cunha. Bro, we haven't replaced them. Dorgu came in as a left back. You know what I'm saying? Cunha came in for Garnacho. Whatever. Like, so it is where it is. So, yeah, so Ndiaye, obviously there's been so much talks. Nathan Salt came out and spoke about him not too long ago. There was reports that came out, obviously, in January that were looking to get him for, and they quoted him 74 million. 74 million is a bit too much for Ndiaye, but what it was January. And you got to remember what January does. January is a time where everybody overpays. So that's when the article came out about Ndiaye being 74 million. Man United are interested in him, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, that was January, and January is a time for, you could offer anything. You could say anything to anyone. This is what came out about Ndiaye. Look at that, time ago. Man United need to come close to a record-breaking fee to sign Iliman Ndiaye. So there was more talks about this before. So it's been coming out left, right, and center about Ndiaye. It's brewing. And you can see what type of forward line we're trying to have anyway. We're trying to have a little pacey line, counter-attacky, skillful, you can beat any man, interchange type of front line. And it seems like it is kind of working. So yeah, man, that's what's going on with Ndiaye, man. We're front runners now to take on him. Where's the other article? Let me get you the other article so we can read it properly. But I'm sure it was 74 million in January. But obviously, January is obviously a time where everybody overpays. You saw what City paid for Omar Mamouche. They don't barely play him. As you can see, look at that. Ndiaye has been one of Everton's better players this season with 4 goals and 2 assists in 17 Premier League appearances. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the club's next manager, could be understood that admiration for Ndiaye is unlikely to go away. Manchester United would need to slump up a big fee to land the Senegal international and would likely need to come close to matching the 75 million they paid Everton for Romelu Lukaku for a club record. So that is in January, bro. I think that's dead now. I think that's dead. Yeah, I don't think that's going on anymore. That's 75, bro. Semenyo went for 65 and he scored about, I think all in all, he's got what, 19 goals or something, all competitions, 12 goals or something by the time he went to City. And Mbumo scored 20 goals and we got him for 65 million plus 6 add-ons. There's no way he's going to be 75 with 4 goals, 2 assists. Yeah, we know he's a good player and he can take a man on and he's good at dribbling, but there's no way. So this is the situation with Ndiaye, man. Front runners, we are Man United. There was talks about Arsenal being involved as well. Arsenal have got about 100 wingers, bro. Forget about it. I don't even believe the Arsenal thing. Let me get into some of these comments, man, and we'll get into the rest of the news. But Ndiaye seems like he's the front runner. Remember, there's talks about Ndiaye, but Ndiaye is a Liverpool supporter. Liverpool seem like they might get into that race there and then take him off us. So it seems like it keeps coming out for the boy Ndiaye now. Ndiaye and Belieber, what a duo that would be. Jim showed that Belieber had a stinker yesterday. I don't know if you got watched Belieber yesterday. He had a stinker. It was bad. You got a yellow card in 2 minutes, 1 minute 50 seconds, and then he got hooked at 22 minutes. Yes, Mitch, like and subscribe, help the boss up. Love my brother, man, Timothy. Appreciate that, bro. Smash the likes, my people. I don't want the Zerbi. Yeah, a lot of people don't want him no more. The Zerbi's a crash out specialist. Metric community. I just see this round. Yeah, Sterling to Feyenoord. Good on him, man. At least he's getting to play, man. At least he's out there getting to play. Love for that AP. Appreciate it. The Zerbi's Amrin. Large up Metch, Eaton every time. Hope you're well. Hit the like button. Metric community. Love, man. Appreciate you, bro. They should be all out for Enrique. I think Enrique signs a new deal. This is the word that's coming out is all that Enrique stuff. He wasn't going to sign a deal with Gas. He's going to sign a new deal. That's what's coming out. And he's happy over there. He's built up his team where they've gone over there and won the Champions League. Why does he need to go and build up a new team? So this is what I'm saying. But I ain't heard nothing about Enrique saying, I want to play in the Premier League one day. If we see any of them quotes, that's when you got to be ready. You know, yeah, things are happening. Yeah, exactly. That was meant to be the Belieber replacement. And we were looking at him apparently. So who knows? We'll see what happens with that one. Bro, what amazed me is that, well, shit, about our African players, we had to wait for Mbumo, Ahmad and Maz to return. Yeah, he went mad with that one, man. He went mad, man. I don't know what's up with him. No, De Zerbi in United. People are not rating De Zerbi, man. We'll fight our board. He has too much ego. How many years? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Ancelotti's available. Ancelotti, the only thing about him that I'll tell you about Ancelotti is I just can't see him being here for a rebuild because he's a bit old. That's all it is. Look at him. He's 66 years old. So once he's finished the World Cup, that's why he's dropped out Real Madrid, because he's tired. He's like, this is long. I want to chill out. I'll do the country thing there and there. We only got to play a game every other month, etc. 66 years old. You think he's going to turn around and say, you know what? Let me go and manage Man United. And a lot of headache. That's a lot of stress as well, bro. So I don't know, man. That's the only thing I'll say about Ancelotti, man. I don't know if he's going to have the energy to go out there and deal with another rebuild at 66. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I look at. Good morning. Big up yourself, fun show, man. Hope you're good, man. I'm late. What am I missed? I'll skim through it anyway at the end, but this is more or less the main thing anyway. Obviously, we went through Ben Jacobs. He said a few things. I would obviously summarize it before I end the stream, but more or less it's the main thing. Ndiaye, we're the front runners for him now. And all the links, I just showed you that article. A lot of things have been coming out about him for ages now. That Man United are in for him. Man United are in for him. And then now we're the front runners for him. You know what I'm saying? And everyone is saying we want a left winger. Ornstein, Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, Nathan Soul, Jamie Jackson. Every single person you can think of, I said, we want a left winger. Players from the Belgium, he seemed to suit the Prem, Courtois, Dorcu. Yeah, it's true, you know. A lot of them have come there, but we will go and buy one and then they will just be a flop. You know that, innit? We will buy one and then they will just flop. It's crazy. Bournemouth manager's good. I like Areola, man. A successful, then he wasn't successful with Chelsea, it's true. If it's not Ancelotti, Nagelsmann, Enrique, which are the best class. Yeah, man. Glenios, all them hat. It's a Glenios. Where's the lip? No one knows, but people are saying that the lip might have an ACL or something, because the way they're covering this injury, they said it was a minor. The man's been out for about 2.5 months, bro. They said it's calm, he'll be back soon. 2.5 months now. The man's been out for. I don't know what's going on with him, man. There's another side of that little man strand which people don't know. He has monetized this shit and he's actually charging, man, even for streams. Okay, I don't know, man, but I'm not going to get onto him as much, though, because I don't think it's not like he planned it. You know what I'm saying? He's not going too mad, and I ain't really seen him being arrogant or nothing. If he starts moving a bit away, then it's like, you know what I'm saying? I would love Ancelotti and Nagelsmann, but if Carrick has been inexperienced, that fee high for, yeah, it is high, but this is what people do now, isn't it? They try and bump you. Look at what we got quoted for Diblin. We got quoted 100 million for Tyler Diblin, and then they went down Southampton, and then they just dropped it to 30 million, 34 million, and Everton took it. And Everton don't even play him. They don't even rate him. It's crazy. Enrique, my top choices, yeah, said 100 million for Belieber. Everton said, bro, everyone is going mad. It's Man United tax. But I think they're going to snap out of it soon. When they realize that we're not really going for that no more, they'll snap out of it. Maybe low-key says Fabregas is cooking, but nah, man. You see that, though? I hear what you're saying. But that's another Amrin. You see what that is? That's another potential. He could come good. He's cooking at the moment. That's another of that, says Fabregas. We can't afford that no more. He done it with Eric Ten Hag. He was the flavour of the month. He won us 2 trophies. Not the best trophies in the world, but cool. Then we went and got Amrin. He was the flavour of the month. He's cooking in Portugal. Man can't go and get someone that's cooking in their league and that they're young as well, bro. I'm not on that. We need to go and get someone that is world class. It doesn't matter where they are. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But that's what's going on. I'm not really on that, trying to get someone and give them a whole year to settle in. Nah, bro. Get someone that's world class and is going to do what they need to do. Inflating their players, more of an agent thing. Let's get into the rest of the news anyway, my peoples, man. Keep these comments coming. Smash the likes. You know we're always here. Subscribe if you're new. So cool. Obviously, the clubs come out and said what it said. Sir Jim, this is mad, you know, that the clubs had to come out and go against, not even go against Sir Jim, because he probably had to put it out himself. He's the owner. But yeah, we take pride. We're a welcoming club. We continue to represent our people. Madness. Like, and this all come from your own owner. Your owner is the problem that why this has happened. Doesn't even make any sense. So obviously we had this yesterday, and then we're going to run through everything for those that just come in. That Belieber, 100 million is what that Brighton was saying that they want. 100 million. And they're not going to drop it, and they don't even want to sell him now. They want to sell him in 2027. So if you do come in for him, you've got to overpay. That's what they tried to come with. They thought they were smart. And then when you look at this, you see this geezer got booked after 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. It was 1 minute 50. And then he got hooked after 22 minutes. So, and he's been hooked before half-time the most in the whole league. Hurstler don't rate him. I think the board is telling Hurstler you have to play him at least for 45 minutes so that we can get his market value up. Because if he just sits on the bench every game and gets 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they're not getting no money for him. So he got hooked yesterday again. This is the 5th time that's happened to him. No player in the whole league has been hooked before half-time. Sorry, at half-time, that much times. It's not happened. It's not happened. Obviously, my man, the Muslim supporters group came out, attacked Jim. You've gone mad. These little racist remarks. The 1958 group went mad. Keir Starmer, the PM, the Prime Minister for the UK, he come out here and went crazy. Jim Ratcliffe should apologise. Obviously, he has to apologise now. No one wants to hear it. No one cares. Then we had some stuff about Tonali. Man United do have interest, genuine interest in Tonali, but he prefers to return to Italy and wants to play Champions League football. But if he stays in the Premier League, United will definitely try for him. Obviously, we got a list. Anderson, Tonali's in there, but I don't think he's high. I don't think he's the highest guy in there. I think Fabrizio said the same thing as well. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to be about 80 to 100 million as well. Newcastle don't want to sell him. It's going to be like an Isaac saga. He wants to leave. They want the most money. He won't go back to Italy because Italy ain't going to pay 80 million unless they're going to drop the price. Italy's never going to pay no 80 million for Tonali. It's not going to happen. Let's be real with it. So that's that anyway. This is just my man getting grilled all last night. Total embarrassment. Everyone was onto him. Like, Piers Morgan, you're an idiot. Yeah, like everything he said in that interview was wrong as well. All of these statistics. For a man that's a billionaire, all of these numbers were wrong. Since 2020, this number and that, it was all wrong. Like, he was just saying mad stuff. And obviously, it's gone crazy. And then, look, people are just going crazy. The Man United squad, how much foreign players are there? 19 players out of the 26 in the squad size. Many players have come from Argentina, Turkey, Ivory Coast, Brazil. How are they going to feel about it? It's mad, man. He's just an idiot, bro. And he was getting cooked everywhere, as you can see. Melissa Reddy come out and just cooked the life out of him. Look, these are the numbers. That's wrong. It was 58 million, not 70. Like, it's just crazy. Look at that. Man said this. Look at this. This is actually mad when you actually think about it. Like, because when you think about the last couple of years, yeah, the relegation zone, yeah, it's actually been straightforward. The teams come up. It's a yo-yo. They come up and they go straight down. You got the Norwich. Fulham used to be part of that yo-yo. They broke out of it a few years ago, but it used to be like Fulham, Norwich, Southampton, Burnley. Yo-yo. They come up, they go straight back down. Come up, go straight back down. Now, this is a Royal Rumble, bro. The man said this is a Royal Rumble. Like, when you actually look at it, if West Ham win their next game, they're level on points with Forest. And then it's just gone mad now where you can't afford to lose, or West Ham or Forest win. It's crazy. And obviously Forest have sacked Dyche and they've gone for Victor Pereira. Victor Pereira is the geezer that had Wolves in this ditch already. He gave the ditch to Rob Edwards, whatever his name is. So West Ham fans are happy now that my man's come in. They're saying, yep, he's not going to get them out of there. Dyche actually at least knew what he was doing. So it seemed like a Royal Rumble, but we'll see. It will be funny, though, to see if Spurs drop in. If Spurs drop into that little 18th or something, it will be a laugh, like, to see. I don't think they get relegated. They will probably beat a 1-2 teams. They got Solanke. Kudus is back in March. So I don't think they get relegated. But, bro, that will be hilarious. I'll tell you that for free. That's the Ndiaye stuff I just showed. Obviously, Tuchel signed his contract. Yeah, jolting. So he was definitely number one, but it is what it is. These guys, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. I swear to you, bro. Like, the man's playing shit. He's not scoring. You diss him. The man starts scoring. What you do? You diss him. What can the man do? I don't know what man want him to do. Like, what's his name? Carragher. Carragher doesn't come out here and slay Ekitike. Ekitike's gone ghost a few couple games, or he hasn't done nothing or something. He don't come out and slater him. I just don't understand it, bro. They go too mad. Like, and I understand they're getting paid by Sky, and they've probably found out the module now. When you slate a Man United, it goes madder than it needs to go. But I just don't get it, bro. Him and Roy Keane, bro. But look, there's confusion in me, sense that sometimes his performances looks like he's very scruffy when the balls get played into him. But the two goals he scored against Fulham last night, obviously talking about West Ham, they're serious goals. But what's the need for the scruffy comment when he never had no scruffy moments at West Ham? He came off the bench, he had the ball, he took a shot, went straight to the keeper's arms, no problem. And then he scored the goal. That was a mad goal. Like, why are we talking about this? Like, why would you have to put a negative in there? Ian writes on that overlap, he never talks negative about Gyökeres. Never. Let Gary Neville and Carragher talk about him. And I'll try to defend him as much as I can, and I'll leave it as that. But these, man, they push the thing so mad that it's just getting so weird now. Him and Roy Keane, they're just weirdos. I don't understand it. But like I said, it's probably the formula now. Get onto Man United and it sells. So they probably realised it. And it's, you got to remember, as much as we've got a massive fan base and everyone loves Man United, if you get 19 clubs that's in the league that hate us or want to see bad stuff about us, that's more people to watch, right? Think about it. If you're talking good about Man United, you're just going to have Man United fans come in and say, yeah, good, probably. But when it's negative, you've got every other fan base that's going to come in and want to watch. And it probably adds up way more than us. So it is where it is. This is some talks now about, look at this now. In some places, Roberto De Zerbi has jumped to second place to Carrick. The Italian is actually the favourite for the Tottenham job. And obviously, as you can see, he's jumped second. So we're looking at him behind Carrick. Before, he was the top choice. We were looking at De Zerbi as the back. He's the guy that we need. Now we're looking at him as, after Carrick, we'll go for you. You know what I'm saying? We're not even rating him like that. We're not even giving him the respect that we was giving him before because he's gone so mad at it. So that's that anyway. Nagelsmann is another guy that boom, 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 yeah, that's what I've more or less read out before. He's on the list. Obviously, this is why this guy is just an idiot. Like, this guy is the biggest idiot, the owner. And this geezer, because of his remarks, not only has he had to come and apologize, not only has the Prime Minister come out and cooked him, Piers Morgan, the whole fan base, now the people that were building the stadium, yeah, the mayor of Manchester or whatever, because they were building the stadium, they've gone mad at him now. So now the stadium's looking mad. Look, feared he's jeopardizing the stadium project. Imagine they turn around and say, we're not building this no more. Imagine that. This guy's an idiot. Every single time he speaks, he says the wrong things. I've never seen someone like a billionaire. You've done so well to get all this money and do your thing. But every time you come out, you say stupid stuff. It just doesn't even make sense. How Ratcliffe Rant could scupper new $2 billion stadium plan. So the main guy, I can't remember his name, but it's something, I think it's Jack or something. He's came out and he's onto my man. He's saying, what's wrong with this geezer? Like, he's onto him. Burnham, I think his name's Burnham or something like that. Yeah, look, let's go to Burnham. Burnham's onto him. And Burnham, look at that. The mayor of Manchester, Andy Burnham, following Sir Jim Ratcliffe's immigration comments. If any criticism is needed, it should be directed towards those who have offered little contribution to our life here and have instead spent years of wealth out of our proudest institution. So basically, because he's obviously doing his thing in Monaco, he gets no tax. You don't pay no tax in the UK. So you've come out here and you're talking about our thing, about the UK, Manchester, something we're proud of it being diverse. So now they're going mad at him. So Sir Jim could look at this and argue with him, and he's the guy they've gave the go-ahead. Go build the Manchester United Stadium. So now it's looking all mad now. This guy's an idiot. Idiot, like, what owner is this stupid? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, man, that's what's going on anyway with that one. And then look at this now. So this is why, if you look at the thumbnail, if you look at the title, every time, you don't know me, everything that's in the title, bro, it's always solidified. There's always something in there. De Zerbi is ready to choose Tottenham over Manchester United, viewing Spurs as his next logical step in his manager career. United still rate him highly and have him on their shortlist for the permanent job. This isn't saying we've been rejected because we ain't even got in for him. Remember that. So the way it's being worded is like we've been rejected. He's gone for Tottenham. He doesn't want us. He wants to choose Tottenham for whatever reason. But maybe he knows he's not ready for a big team anymore. Because no one in their right mind would do that. You wouldn't go to Tottenham, someone that's basically clearly more or less in the relegation zone over Man United. It ain't going to make sense, especially if we get Champions League. It wouldn't make sense unless you're not rating yourself. You're not ready. So maybe it's a situation where he's like, you know what? I'd rather go to Tottenham now, be under the radar, build them up, get them where they need to go. I'll get them more credit. If I go to Man United, it's going to be too much for me. I'm already at Marseille and I can't handle it. Man's threatening to leave every month. He tried to leave last month after the Champions League knockout. And then now he said, I'm leaving again because he lost 5-0 to PSG. So you can tell this guy's a bit emotional anyway. And this is the same thing we dealt with Amrin. So it is what it is. De Zerbi's ready to choose Tottenham over Man United. He's viewing Spurs as his logical next step. So there you go. That's why I said double blow with the managers. It's because Tuchel's obviously signed a new deal and De Zerbi's more looking at Tottenham. So who's on that list? It can only really be Nagelsmann, Ancelotti. Who else? And then you've got to get into the Glasners and the Silvers and all of that. It's crazy. It's a weird one, man. Like, I thought it was going to be Tuchel the whole time. I just thought, yep, that's the number one. Sir Jim already wanted him. We tried to go to him in Ten Hag days. It's crazy. Now I don't have a clue, literally. Look at some of the stats now. Look at that. No keeper in the Premier League is preventing more goals per 90 than Sene Lamens. This is the same type of stats he was having in the Belgium League before we even bought him. But people was like, it's the Belgium League. And I was telling everyone, the goals don't change. The box is the same size. It doesn't matter. When it comes to keepers, it don't matter what league you play in, bro. The box is the same size. You know what I'm saying? So big him up, man. He's come in and he's changed our thing. And we've only lost 2 games with him. Since he's come, we've only lost 2 games. And that was against Aston Villa at Villa Park and Everton with 10 men. That's it. And that was a screamer, to be fair. Look at that. No team is on a longer run, unbeaten run in the Premier League than United. It is what it is. Can't really complain. This is another one. Look, this is now You just can't win, bro. Literally, you have stinkers and you go 4 or 5 games without scoring, they dish you. You go out there and score goals, winning goals and goals that get your team back in the game, they still dish you. Like, you cannot win. There's no point. You might as well just not even play, bro. Even if he scores a hat trick, what happens then? That's his job. That's his job. Like, what's the point? You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do it, if you know what I mean. So what about Gyökeres when he's going all 12 games with only 2 shots on target and all of these guys? Like, what about them? I don't understand, bro. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm tired of you saying that he's supposed to do something. You score a goal and everyone, Man United expectations, you're like Ryanair. Like, he's just making jokes about it, basically. Sesko's like Ryanair. You know, when they land and they play the music, we landed on time. That's Sesko and United. It's what he's supposed to do. Brother, I've had enough of these guys, man. It's long, bro. I swear to you, look, man. Like, what do they want the man to do, bro? I don't get it, bro. If he doesn't score, he's shit. And he's not hit the ground running. It's Cunha and Mbeumo. If he does score, he's still shit. Like, might as well just give up. Look at that. They're putting out things there. That's Sir Jim's team about immigration. If you take everyone out, Sir Jim's an idiot, man. And as you can see, man, love United, hate Ratcliffe. It's going around. I think there's a little hashtag going around. Everyone's onto him. The 1958, everyone. And look at this geezer as well. Remember, my man's got a lot of goals and he broke the record this season. Remember, when it comes to Brazilian players in the Premier League, Martinelli scored 15 goals and then Cunha matched that last season. So they're trying to have a little Brazilian players who's going to have the most goals. I think João Pedro's on route over there as well. I think he's probably scored about 10 something goals. But this geezer's just broke the record in his first season. Look, and he's coming out here talking about Man United. Is he trying to force a move? Is he trying to force a move to Man United or something? My brother made me watch the Premier League every weekend, especially Man United. But I don't rate him. I think this geezer's, he's in the right places in the right time, but I don't think he's good. And Brentford will make you pay 70 million or something for him. And then he will just flop badly. And he scores a lot of penalties. So I give him his flowers. He's doing his thing this season. But I don't think, I think he's twerking, innit? He's putting it out there. I used to watch Man United, but I don't think he's getting that big move from us. You might as well go somewhere like Tottenham or something. You got to this 80. So it is where it is. Let's get a few more of these comments and then boom. But let's definitely not fall for this and end up signing him, thinking that, he's a Man United fan. It's going to be an easy one, etc. Listening to the fall off. Put Manchester back in Manchester United sounds like Trump. Yeah, he's a joke, man. Never and Keane are now targeting Sesko. Bro, it's weird. Both work at Sky Sports now. I'm not so surprised. Big up yourself, RD. Hope you're good, bro. Why is Ian Wright not targeting Arsenal? Bruv, they don't do it. It's because it doesn't make any sense. It's like Carragher. Carragher doesn't target Liverpool. He only came out on Salah when he came out on Salah after. But he wasn't onto him when he's scoring goals and winning them games. You get what I'm trying to say? That doesn't even make any sense. I think there's an update. He's not making a decision yet. Oh, who's that? De Zerbi, yeah? Talking about De Zerbi. Keeping Carrick must be an option if any more drop off the shortlist. Yeah, 100%. I think Carrick's doing well and he's staying up that list. And like I keep saying this, if we get Champions League, if we finish like 3rd and we're like 6 points off 5th, remember, top 5 gets you Champions League. So if we're comfortable in there, I reckon he gets the job. I swear to you. And especially now that you got Tuchel coming off. Tuchel's turned around now when he signed a new contract. De Zerbi looks like he could be going Spurs. I don't know. Or whatever. Who else? Nagelsmann and Enrique seem like the best guys. Enrique, all that stuff about his contract, apparently it's a lie. It's indicator making stuff up. And Nagelsmann ain't got the Premier League proven stamp. And they keep saying they want a Premier League proven coach. So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one still. Big up Senny Lamans. Yeah, 2 losses in 19. Different. Only Don Carlo and Enrique. I'm with you, man. But Don Carlo, I keep showing you like this. Look, he's 66, man. I just can't see him doing it. I can't see him going for another rebuild, man. Look, he dropped out Real Madrid because of the headache. He said, this is long. You know what I'm trying to say? He said, after that, he said, I'm chilling out. And you got to remember, look at everyone that gets sacked from Man United or even Real Madrid. I don't think I've seen anyone in a long time get sacked from Man United or Real Madrid and then literally go straight into work straight away. They always chill out for a minute. Xabi Alonso, he's chilling. Man United, Amrin, where is he at? He's chilling. Eric Ten Hag got sacked. He chilled for ages and then he went to Bayer Leverkusen. You know what I'm trying to say? Everyone, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you get sacked from teams like Man United. There's so much work, so much hassle. Your mind's on 24/7. Now, by the time it's over for you, you're just like, I need to get a rest. So he's gone to Brazil. Our only international break comes every 3-4 months. I'll do the World Cup and then I'll chill. Can he come back 66 years old and then lead us for a rebuild for 4 or 5 years? Come on. I don't think he can do it, man. I think he's tired of that. He's done what he's done. He's won his trophies. I just can't see it, but you never know. You never know. We'll see, innit? We'll never know. It could happen. So yeah, that's Ego Thiago anyway. Let's get back into these comments. But Ego Thiago's twerking for a move, bro. Let's not fall for it, please, because you know our team, we're targeting a lot of people that like Man United. Man United players, it makes sense. We might target him and we get bumped. I'm not on it. Direct football as well, see more possession and passing ball type of manager. Yeah, he is, but that low block was dirty, bro. That low block, remember, the football we've been playing has worked with everyone in the league. But that low block was so dirty that we just needed to put some more balls in the box, bro. That's what we lacked. Putting balls in the box. Putting balls in the box can do anything. It can cause havoc. Own goals. What do you think Arsenal, how they get all these own goals, bro? Like, it could just hit someone's arm. You get a penalty. Anything can happen. Literally. Big up to you, Metch. You would have adamant that we get Lamens. Other man were crying for Martinez. Exactly. I was onto him. I was saying, bro, the boxes don't. That's one thing. You see, every league, yeah, people will sit there and say, oh, this player might not do it in the Prem. The goal does not change size. So goalkeepers, I judge them wherever they're doing it. If this guy's preventing this much shots in the whole world, he was #1 for the most prevented shots. It's not going to change when he comes to Prem because it's the same size, the box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 100%. I was rooting for Lamens heavy. Players from the Belgium, we seem to see. Yeah, you said this one here, Funso, a few times. Yeah, with the goals, Ego Thiago, I scored, surely you'll go for Brad. But a lot of these goals have just been simple goals and penalties. You know what I'm trying to say? I ain't really seen nothing crazy. The Zerbi taking a break before making a decision. Okay. Carrick, learn from us, West Ham performance. Yeah, he has to learn from that one there. Big up Metch, smash the likes, people. Big up yourself, David, man. Hope you're good, man. Big Carlo ain't it. Not gonna lie. Hasib, who do you reckon then we should go for? Guys won a Champions League at 64. How he manages, he's not like Arteta and Pep running up and down like maniacs. United job will kill Ancelotti. He's a treasure. Needs to stay far away from the madness. That's what I'm trying to say. Will take his time. 20 million. That's what happens, man. When you're in a big job, you could take your time after it. Ndiaye is good, but not what we need. More pace and holding width. 1v1, similar to Cunha. Ruben looks 30 years younger after leaving a job at Ten Hag. 20, he got a job different. No, he didn't get a job straight away though. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying once they quit, once they get fired, they chill for a minute, give him some time, and then they get something. Real Madrid is way more toxic than United. He survived there twice, winning how much trophies. Our club is toxic. It's true. We have got toxic fans. It's true. Seen his last year at Madrid, he was checked out. Bro, but Madrid is not too dissimilar to us though. This is what I'm talking about. You get it? This Madrid's in disarray right now. But it's not too dissimilar to us. When you look at us, we're kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been all over the place. That Madrid fans are coming out and saying, we're going to turn into the new Man United. Mocking us, look. So this is the quote in total that he come out. Ego Thiago. Always wanted to be a professional footballer. No, I didn't even like it that much. But after my brother started talking to me, made me watch Premier League every weekend, especially Manchester United, and I started paying closer attention to United. From there, it grew with me. Feelings, the love and affection. Then I wanted to become a player too. So he's twerking, man. He's doing everything he can to get that Man United job. To get that Man United. He wants to come. He's twerking on a different thing, bro. Yeah, Ego Thiago. Brad, I don't think he's good. He's had a lot of penalties and he's had a lot of good chances that just landed to him. It's never been like mad stuff. I'll be real. But yeah, what else has come out? This has just come out recently. Look at that. Okay, so that's what Rich just came out and said. Big up yourself, Rich, man. He said that, look at that, the Zerbi. This is Sky Sports saying this. The Zerbi linked with United and Spurs is not looking to take a job right now as it stands, as he's having a break according to people close to him. So he's going to chill out. He's saying, yeah, I'm not on it right now. There's no point. So the Zerbi's still there then. He's still a link, but I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't know. It's so weird, this whole situation. You know, who do we go for? It's crazy, bro. I don't know. Look at that. Partey, this geezer. Arteta was still playing him, even though Man knew he was getting nicked for that. Still playing him every game. Crazy, bro. Nasty work. Madness, man. For those that's missed it as well, Harry Maguire is very close to taking a significant pay cut to stay. I'm happy with that. He's on 190 a week. Apparently, he's going to drop it to about 110. That's nice. 110 just to stay at Man United. We can't lose all our senior players in one window. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm cool with that. I'm fine with that happening still. You know what I'm saying? So big up the boy, Harry Maguire. And yeah, so that's more or less it, man. We got this stuff about this geezer as well. The Van de Ven of defenders. They're calling him, look, he's saying that he's he picked up a clock speed as fast as Van de Ven. Man United and Chelsea are tracking him. Bruv, if we're in something with Chelsea, they always win for some reason. I swear to you. They always win. When it comes to these young boys, I don't know what they offer them, but they always win. Fee expected to be around 4 to 6 million. He can also play as a left back. And he hits speeds close to 37 kilometers. So he's just a fast centre back. And that's what, remember, City have got that with Kusanov. Some players just go and get these fast little young boys and play them in certain games. It's not even about if they're mad, good or nothing. It's just Kyle Walker, bam. Kusanov, bam. Just play them. You know what I'm saying? Someone's going to try to run away on the counter. Nah, bro, you're not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's a weird one still. Nice stand. She needs last time. You checked that. Any advice to Carrick? Boy, my thing with Carrick is just keep doing what you're doing, man. But you got to clock on, man. These low blocks, people are going to try and do that, especially someone like Everton. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try and do that. So you got to switch it up, bro. And after, remember, I came on straight after the game and I was like, bro, we should have put more balls into the box. He came out straight away, Carrick, and said the same thing. We should have maybe put some more balls into the box. We put one ball in the box, Xerxes skimmed the post. We put another ball in the box, Sesko scored. But before that, we're trying to play through them. We're trying to do this tick-a-tack thing too, man. Not every single team we can do that to. When we play Everton, they're probably going to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And they got tall defenders, but still, pull it in the box as much times as you can. Play Sesko, and then it is what it is. But he looks like a Strasbourg player, bro. He looks like a Strasbourg player straight away. Like, they will just take him straight to Strasbourg. Straight away. But you can't... I feel like anytime we go band for band with Chelsea, it always just goes left. They just always somehow get it. So, yeah, man, this is what's going on, man. Obviously, this geezer that sent Wolves down, he's going to Nottingham Forest. Peak. That relegation battle was mad. I just want Spurs to somehow end up in there for real. On a real one. But that's more or less the news, my peoples, man. Smash the likes on your way out if you haven't already. Hype the video. You know the lot. And yeah, man, we'll be here late with a 10-minute update after the Arsenal game. So make sure you watch out for that. Any news that you've missed will be in that video within 10 minutes. And anything that comes out from now till 9 o'clock will be in that video. So love my peoples, man. I appreciate all of you lot, man. Subscribe if you're new. Done now.
Some celebs pull up local. You know we are mess, pull up mobile. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. But for now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.